Ladies and gentlemen, how many of you want to do something great in your life that will allow you to serve as many people as possible before your time is up? Today I want to share with you some perspective that I learned in my new book coming out entitled Grow Towards Your Greatness, 10 Steps Towards Living Your Best Life. And it's basically the 4 principles that I derived growing up as a poor child in Boston, Massachusetts, who people hated because of my African name and background. Now I'm going to share with you a couple of quotes, so feel free to get your pens out, your pencils out. Still got the kid in you, get your crayons out, or crayons or pencils, it doesn't matter. But remember, as Johnnie Colemon said, that nothing works until you work it. So please take the quotes and the lessons that you learn and take them back home, and please apply them to your life. Now, growing up as a child in Boston, this is how I saw myself. A studious child, got good grades. I felt like the world was mine and that the world was going to give to me everything that I wanted. There was a problem, however. Whenever I walked out into my house and walked out into the community and got to school, people saw me like this. Because of the Sally Struthers commercials, the Tarzan television shows, people looked at us as animals. They would ask me questions like, do you have a monkey in your closet? They would call me names like African bush boogie, African booty scratcher. They would shoot at us, literally with bullets, throw rocks at us. And so at a particular age in my life, I decided that I can respond to this negativity or I could exercise my choice. Please repeat after me, I have a choice. You see, I had a choice. I could either pick up the guns and shoot back and the knives and stab back, but I chose to pick up the pen and the pad and write back and write my frustrations away. Through my poetry, I decided that I was going to emerge from my community and take myself to a higher level. Please repeat after me. I define my circumstances. My circumstances don't define me. Wherever you are in life, whatever tragedies or whatever tribulations you are experiencing, you always have the power to take yourself out of those circumstances. And that's what I decided I needed to do in order to take myself to a higher level. Because you have to ask yourself at the end of the day, do you want to become bitter or do you want to get better? When you're bitter, you stay in the same circles with the negative people who are not doing anything to add value to your life. But when you focus on wanting to get better, you focus on how to emerge from your situation by any means necessary. I like to get better. And the way I got better was understanding my why for living. As Nietzsche said, once you understand your why for living, you can endure almost anyhow. So I realized that through my writing, that my gift, what I needed to do in life was share my story with as many people as possible in order to get them to share their experiences as well. Because at the end of the day, with all of the war, with all of the religious indifference that's out there, we all laugh in the same language. We all cry in the same language. And it was my hope that through my writing, I could inspire people to make them realize that we have more in common than what separates us apart. And as the more I wrote, the more and more people opened up to me, and I started traveling the world, inspiring others to share their stories. This is me performing in South Africa, and I've performed in 16 countries and have been all over the world, simply deciding to show people that we can create a world of difference and create true change and love, that if we just speak to each other and learn each other's language, a language of love. And that is how I've been able to grow and learn to serve more people in my life. So I want to get to the 4 steps that have helped me work on this process of growing towards my greatness. Because once you decide to stop growing, you can no longer live, ladies and gentlemen. So the first principle of grow is G. The G means give. As Dr. Wayne Dyer said, the more and more you take from the universe, the more and more it's going to take from you. However, the more and more you give to the universe, the more and more it's going to give back. The more and more I spoke in my community, the more and more I shared, fewer people were beating me up, and more people were asking me questions. More people were inspired to share their story. So wherever you are in life, decide to give. Regardless of what your situation is, give, give, give. And the more you give, you can have anything that you want, as long as you help others get what they want first. Brendan yesterday spoke about the more you give, the more you will receive, and I believe that is true. The R stands for release, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever you are struggling with in life, let it go. As Mark Twain said, forgiveness is the fragrance that the violet leaves on the heel that has crushed it. Who do you need to forgive today, ladies and gentlemen? That person that you need to forgive might just be yourself. The O stands for overcome. Once you've let your past go and you have shown that nobody can hold you back, you develop a mentality that will allow you to overcome all obstacles, because adversity causes some men to break and others to break records. And once you let go of the negativity in your past, you can overcome any obstacle in your future. And once you do that, you will be able to win. 80% of millionaires have been financially bankrupt, but they overcame that past circumstance and applied that negative experience and what they learned from it to something positive, and they became millionaires. So once you think positively about how you can overcome a negative situation, ladies and gentlemen, that is the definition of winning, and you can apply that to every stage of your life. And so I have to ask you, ladies and gentlemen, what is your why for living? Point to yourselves right now and look around the room. Everybody's pointing to your heart. When you're trying to figure out your why for living, follow your heart, because your heart will lead you towards your dreams. Your mind will lead you towards your fears. Your heart will lead you towards your greatness. As Les Brown said, you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. So don't go through your life with tiny little dreams, ladies and gentlemen, because unlived dreams are living nightmares. So who's ready to do something great today and take themselves to a high level where they can get out here and go and serve more people? If you are ready to serve more people, ladies and gentlemen, please repeat after me. I know if I believe, I can and will achieve. The past is the past, and I will no longer regret it. I will focus on my gift, which I call the present. I will get out of my own way and live my best life starting today. If I focus on my dreams and not my sorrows, my trials today will be my testimony tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, turn your problems into possibilities, your obstacles into opportunities. Turn your mess into your message. Step out of your head and grow towards your greatness. My name is Omekongo, and I thank you.